Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of Man once again, and today we're going to be doing another comic book by the issue. Today we're going to be looking at Dark Ages volumes 5 and 6. Now I was going to do these originally as two separate videos, but since I have both of them already and the story's already done, there's some point in pushing this, out further. So let's just do them both in one, and let's talk about the ending of the series. So there you go, 5 and 6. These are the last two issues in the series. I hope that Tom Taylor comes back and finishes up and kind of expands the story a little bit more. But sadly, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case because Tom Taylor had signed an exclusivity deal with DC a while back. I talked about it in one of these reviews. But I think these two books were good, and I really enjoyed how they finalized the story. But I really feel like these stories really could be longer. Like there's a lot to explore about them. But, they keep it really concise and really kind of narrow. And although it makes it easy to read, it kind of makes it less interesting. And that's kind of unsatisfying. And I don't know. I just didn't love that, they teased this character for so long. Miles Morales, Venom. And then he kind of gets beat really fast. But let's talk about the whole thing, and then we'll talk about the story as a whole, right? So, yeah, in issue 5, this one right here, they finally arrive in Europe after Nick Fury sacrificed his life, and they bury him, and then, Deadpool shows up in classic Deadpool fashion, and he makes a joke when it's not appropriate, and, everyone gets on his ass about it, and then that happens, and we get a scene shift. We get back to En Sabanur, and he's, talking to Tony Stark. He's like, hey, man, can we finally get to do this or not? And, they have to go down to see the Unmaker and see if there's, anything that they can do. And it's cool as fuck, man. The Unmaker is gigantic. And En Sabanur is just like, bro, come here. Let's see what we can do. And, they kind of get to see stuff. And we get to see Doctor Strange's body and all of this. And, they're kind of talking about what's happening here. And basically their hypothesis is that there's this neutron star that is pushing out electromagnetic pulses, and that's what's causing this EMP thing across the whole world. And so they're trying to take control of the Unmaker, but in order to do that, they have to kind of stop the EMP from working because the Unmaker is a machine, right? So that's why there is, and that's what that is. And they're like, can we do this? Can we manage to stop this EMP pulse for an hour? And Tony Stark's like, yeah, we can do it. We just got to have some adamantium. And then we switch the scene again, and we're back with all the heroes where Spider-Man is telling his daughter off for joining them on this mission when she wasn't supposed to. And then they realize, hey, maybe she was actually, it was a good thing that she was here because she helped us, not die. And then they're trying to send them back, but they can't because it's timed for the final battle. And so they're not going to waste time and energy sending them back to Africa when they can just take them with them. And so they all go and march off into the distance, right? And then they get onto this double-decker red bus that Deadpool has kitted out, and he's the driver, and they're driving across these like desert areas that are in between cities, and they have to stop for the night because there's only so far you can travel before stuff gets dangerous. And so they're all sitting in a campfire, and then suddenly they smell something is off. All of the Wolverine kids and Blade realize something's wrong, and then they get attacked by these vampires. And they all have a very cool fight. We get to see Doctor Doom using his like special powers or whatever. Very cool stuff. Very interesting. And they're being attacked by Venom and Carnage and Miles Morales, who are all one entity now. And it's very, very cool. I actually really like this fight quite a bit, but it ended really fast. And that's kind of not the best because this character had been teased for so long, for 4 issues. And him being shown and then defeated in one issue was really, really boring. I think they could have dragged it out for a little bit longer. And Deadpool makes fun of Peter's web shooters because they make a flop sound instead of a flip sound, which I think is hilarious. And I really enjoyed it. And then turns out that Miles Morales got beat because they had Iron Man, which literally has a furnace attached to him. And, you know, they had Okoro. No, wait, what's her name? Storm. I can't remember if it's Okoro or Okoye. I think it's Okoro. And, of course, they had Sue Storm as well. So, you know, they managed to use all of their powers in combination in order to eradicate the two symbiotes. And then we get to see Miles Morales as an adult who, you know, it tells him, hey, man, I know what's going to happen. I know what Apocalypse is planning. Let me help you. And so that's what happens in that issue. Now, moving on to issue 6, which is the final issue, we get to see this final battle. And what happens is that, you know, it opens with Miles Morales kind of telling them what's going on and how he managed to get the symbiotes to join together. And it's because Ensabanor promised them that they were going to be able to leave the planet, which is kind of interesting. I don't know why they wanted to leave the planet, because as far as I understand it, Earth is where they are able to find all of their hosts and all the people that can match with them properly. And, you know, he tells them, hey, he's working to stop the EMP. And then Tony Stark is telling Ensabanor in a different scene that, hey, man, I just need a bunch of vibranium. And, you know, Ensabanor is like, okay, I'll get you some. And what happens is that he sends Scott Summers, you know, Cyclops, through this wormhole with him. And then we get to see Wolverine, and he uses Scott Summers to completely melt Wolverine off his bones, which is insane. It's very, very crazy. It's very badass. It's a very cool scene. And then he's like, hey, man, here's all your vibranium, Tony Stark. And it's fucking crazy. Like, there's literally, like, just a silver skull that, you know, Ensabanor tosses at Tony Stark, which is awesome. It's very, very hardcore. I really liked it. And so then Ensabanor and Dr. Octopus are talking, and then Octopus is like, hey, man, you know, this is probably going to end up with everyone dying. And Ensabanor is like, yeah, I'm sad that you figured it out. And then he kills him, which is crazy. And then we get a scene shift back to the heroes who are all driving towards the Eiffel Tower. For some reason, I don't know why they're driving towards the Eiffel Tower, but they're somewhere in Paris. And they're making a plan to combat, Apocalypse. And, you know, they finally get together and they do this thing. And, you know, they say their goodbyes. They tell their children, hey, be careful. And then they go and start the battle. And Storm starts. And Salvador tells Kilgrave, the Purple Man, to summon all of the other people. And we get to see Beast and She-Hulk and Captain Marvel and Captain America and Dracula, Scott Summers, and a few other characters who I don't know, all ready to fight them. And what happens is that they had this plan, and we get this super awesome spread of all of these characters fighting each other, which looks awesome. Very great stuff. Ivan Coelho really went hard with the art here. And Kilgrave is talking, and he gets shot in the head. And what happens is that Deadpool had shot him, and he basically ruins their plan, but at the same time, you know, it worked, so that's fine. And Kilgrave has finally died, and so everyone is back. And so what happens is that all these characters are going to finally go and attack Ensabanor. And of course, Ensabanor notices this because all of the characters around him also get free of his control. And Sue Storm and all the people show up, and they start to attack Ensabanor. You know, what's his name? Nightcrawler steals his armor, and then Doom and Dracula, do their plan. Dracula bites Ensabanor, turning him into a vampire, which somehow makes him mortal instead of immortal, because now they have a way to kill him. And then Blade slices his head off, and slices Dracula's head off on the way. While he's doing that. And so now Dracula and Ensabanor are dead, and so everyone is finally safe and sound. And, you know, the world has finally, you know, continued. And it's still the Dark Ages. There's no electricity still. But I'm guessing eventually they'll get around to finishing that up. So yeah, but that's it. That's the whole story. And overall, I liked it. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it. But sadly, I think it could have gone on for longer. And I'm really sad that it didn't because, yes, the story was really tight and concise and well written, but also it could have gone on for longer and it would have been a lot more meaningful and a lot more impressive if it did go on for longer. Maybe 12 issues would have been a much better timetable in which to tell this story. Overall, I think the art style was great. I think the story development was really good, but it could have been better because it could have been given more time to breathe. But, you know, it's fine. It's okay. At the end of the day, I really enjoyed it. I definitely want to pick up the trade paperback so I can see all of the extra covers that were coming with the story. And in general, I did like it. I enjoyed Tom Taylor's work a lot. I like Deceased a lot. And I like this Dark Ages one a lot. And I'm also liking Dark Knights of Steel. So overall, Tom Taylor is a great art author. And Ivan Coelho did a great job with the art. So can't really complain. Just really wish it was a little bit longer. So yeah, there we go. That's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know what you think about the story. Let me know what you think about these videos. And of course, I'm still going to continue doing comics by the issue, but now only about Dark Knights of Steel. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys later.